Hello everyone. Today we're learning Bobekama Dafain Zain. We might also go a bit into Dafain Ches because it's a continuation of the Sugya. So Reb Shimon says in the Mishnah that if someone stole from someone a cow or sheep, that his Chai Bachar Yusong. That means Reuven was Magdish of Behema. He said, I must bring a oila, and then he set aside a specific animal for that. And then Shimon comes and steals this animal, the Reuven's Chai Bachrayas. So Shimon has to pay kefil to Reuven because Reuven's Chai Bachrayas on this animal, or kefil, or dalet vei if he slaughters or sells it. And we asked, how are you chai for the tvicha? Because Reb Shimon holds you need shchita ruya, shchita that you could eat the meat. And this is a korban, you can't eat the meat. So we had two terutzim, Rabbi Yochanan and Shlokish. Rabbi Yochanan had two ways, there's two shittas to Rabbi Yochanan, what he said exactly, but talking about where the Ganev slaughtered the animal, it's a good korban, and he took it to the Beis HaMikdash and he slaughtered the animal and as a korban. So we asked the kasha, the shchita is not materasit, it's not mutter to eat until the zrika. So we said zrika even though that didn't happen as if it happened. And then Rish Lakish said, it's talking about where it's a balmum, this animal is a balmum, and the Ganev took the animal and he shechted it non Beis HaMikdash, and it's a shchita mutaras because he could be poida this animal. The Gemara asked, what do you mean by it's not poida, the pidyon makes him mutar. So the Gemara said that Reb Shimon holds called a oimed liftois kepodu domi, and therefore since he could be poida it, it's as if it happened already, and therefore it's called shchita ruya. Now where do we know that Reb Shimon said that kol oimed liftois kepodu domi? So the Gemara says on ein vav on the base, v'chol oimed liftois kepodu domi. How do we know that? It tiny Reb Shimon says para. We talking about para aduma metame tumas oichlin. It's considered something that was roy lachila, even though that paraduma you can't eat. We still say it has a din that's metame like food, even though that paraduma can't eat. Why not? Oil v'oisel hashas hakoisha sente had a moment where it's possible you could eat it. When is that moment? When is that moment? V'omar Rish Lakish, says Rish Lakish, when is that moment? V'omar Rish Lakish, Omer Reb Shimon holds para niftes agabe marachta. Even if you shechted already a para for para aduma, and now you found a nicer para aduma, so you could be poided this para aduma that's on the slaughtered already, and bring the other para instead. Alma, we could see, even though that you never poided this para, because he could have been poided it, Alma, we could see kol ha'omed liftois kepoditom is something that could be nifta, as if it's nifta already, and therefore it fits in also very good with Rish Lakish Teretz. He's talking about where he was a balmum and he shechted it outside the Beis HaMikdash. All of her, it's no mutter until you poider it. No, it's kol ha'omed liftois kepoditom. Okay, very good. We saw this already yesterday. Now the Gemara is going to say, Bishleimer Rabbi Yochanan, who explains the shita of Reb Shimon in the Mishnah that's talking about Tmimim in Beis HaMikdash, Lo L'Shem Bailim Moshe Nishpach Adam, Lo Yomar Reb Shimon Lakish, that's talking about Balmum, why not? He wants to say that the Mishnah is not talking about specifically Balimumim, it also could be talking about Atomim. And what's the case? Shenishpach Adam. Elo Rish Lakish, but Rish Lakish said that so dafka balimum in my time Elomar Rabbi Yochanan. Why does he not hold like Rabbi Yochanan? Why does he not say like Rabbi Yochanan that so tmimim in Beis HaMikdash and he shechted l'shalei l'shem balim or nishpach adam? Amar lechora says Rish Lakish, I don't want to say like Rabbi Yochanan because I argue with him. It says in the pasuk v'tov choyomachroi, he slaughtered it or sold it. Kol eichet ise b'mechira, if you could sell it, ise b'tvicha, you could slaughter it. The in the case where you can't sell it, if you slaughter it, you know chayev dalet vehei. And therefore, these kochim that have no mum in them, oil the chimazbi, and if you try selling it, kochim, something that's kodosh, lo yav mechira, it's not considered a mechira because it still belongs to Beis HaMikdash. Lisnu betvicha, you can't do mechira, so therefore you can't do tvicha, and you won't be chayev tvicha. Mashenkin, if it's balimumim, like he could sell it, he could slaughter it, and that's the case where Reb Shimon's mechayev if someone stole a korban. Vazdu l'tamayu, and this is Rabbi Yochanan and Rish Lakish are going lefi the shita, the itmar we learned amoichet treifa. Someone who steals a korban that's a treifa, and then he sells it, he doesn't slaughter it. Now we know Reb Shimon holds if he slaughters it, the thing is that he's potter from Dalet Vehei because Shchita Sheina Ruya. So what's the din if he sells it? Let me Reb Shimon who holds that Tvicha you know chayev. Rabbi Yochanan chayev. Very good, you can't do Tvicha, but you can still do Mechira. V'shlokish Amar potter. Rabbi Yochanan chayev. Why did Rabbi Yochanan hold chayev? Afal gav the leise betvicha. Even that Tvicha is Shchita in a Ruya and you won't be chayev. Isi be Mechira, but Mechira you still be chayev. V'shlokish Amar potter. Why? Kevan the leise betvicha. Since if you toivach it, it's Shchita shein a Ruya and you won't be chayev. Leise be Mechira. Even if you sell it, you won't be chayev. So the Gemara Kasha, Esi Rabbi Yochanan Reb Shimon Lakish. Rabbi Yochanan had a Kasha and Reb Shimon Lakish, Gonav Kilayim, someone who stole Kilayim, that's an animal that's a mix. It's a mixed breed. And so it's not full sheep or it's not full cow, it's a mix. The Tovcha, and he slaughtered it. Treifa, someone who stole an animal that's going to die in Morcha and he sold it. Mishalem tashlumei arba v'chamisha, you pay tashlumei arba v'chamisha. Said the Gemara, my love, says Rabbi Yochanan to Rish Lakish, isn't this brisa Rab Shimoni? Because it says that by treifa you only chayev for tvicha, not for mechira. Sorry, by treifa you only chayev for mechira, it says a mochra, because that Rab Shimoni holds that tvicha is not good by treifa. Alman, we could see it's Reb Shimon. Afal gav the leise betvicha, even though that this animal that's a treifa, that if you slaughter it, you won't be chayav because shchita she'eina ruya. He said b'mechira, if you sell it, you will be chayav dalet vehei. So we could see it doesn't have to be able to also slaughter and also sell. Even if you could only do one of them, you'll be chayav. So it's a kasha on Rish Lakish. Amalei loy rabbanon. No, this price is rabbanon. So Rabbi Yochanan said, oh, you're rabbanon. If this price is Rabbanon who holds that even Shchita Shein Ruya is a good Shchita, Treifa b'Mechira Isa, why did it say the case where he stole a Treifa and he sold it? Is it Lefi Rabbanon? Treifa b'Mechira Isa is only possible Mechira b'Tvicha Lesa. L'chara Treifa, you could also slaughter it and you'll be chayav. Why did it say specially Mechira? Elamai, it must be Rab Shimon, because Rab Shimon holds Shchita Shein Ruya lav shmei Shchita. Says Rish Lakish to Rabbi Yochanan, ve'elamai Rab Shimon. Okay, so you want to tell me it's Rab Shimon. Okay. Kilayim betvicha, when he stole an animal that's a mixed breed, you could also sell it and also slaughter it. Why did it say especially slaughtering? Kilayim betvicha isa b'mechira lesa, is it only possible to slaughter and not to sell? Why did they not tell you that he sold? Hello, I'll tell you, really the price is Rabbanon. Tone tvicha, when it says tvicha by Kilayim is v'uadin mechira, also selling it you'll be chayev. Sorry, Rish Lakish is saying, you, Rabbi Yochanan, even in your shitta, the price is Rab Shimon, when it says tvicha by Kilayim, v'uadin mechira also means you could sell Kilayim. It doesn't mean specifically tvicha, because Kilayim you could sell or slaughter. So I'll tell you, really this price is Rabbanon, Nami, and you know why it says, when it says Mechira and Tvicha is Lav Dafka, and Tone Mechira and V'uadin Tvicha, even if you slaughtered this treifa, you'll be chayev. And also when it says Mechira, it means also, when it says Tvicha, it also means Mechira. So l'chora, like you, Rabbi Yochanan, anyway have to say by Kilayim it's Lav Dafka. So also I'll tell you in Rabbanon that the whole price says Lav Dafka. It says Mechira means Tvicha. It says Tvicha means also Mechira. Rabbi Yochanan doesn't like this. Omar l'chon, no. Hi ma, you can't compare the two and tell me like by me, by Kilayim it means both, so also by Treifa it means both. No. If you're going to say this price is Rab Shimon, I did the Tony Treifa b'choda, since by Treifa it's only Shaykh Mechira, and that's why it says Mechira and it means Dafka Mechira. Tony Kilayim b'choda, also by Kilayim it said Mechira and not, it says Tvicha, no Mechira. But Enochinami, it could also mean by Kilayim wherever it is, Bein Mechira, Bein Tvicha. But by one of them it had to be specific because it's Rab Shimon. So that's why it said one and one, but really it means by one of them, by Kilayim you could do both, and by Treifa it means specifically just Mechira. Ela Iomris, Rabbanon, if this whole price is Rabbanon, Arvinu v'nisninu, let's mix the whole price together. Gonav Kilayim v'Treifa, someone who stole, or Kilayim, or Treifa, Tovchon or Morchon, doesn't matter if he slaughtered them or sold them, Misham Tashlumei Arba v'Chamisha. And then whatever happened is chayav abor b'chamisha. Why did the brisa change and say by treifa, especially mechira, and by kilayim it says tvicha? Because by treifa it's specifically just mechira, because if you slaughter it, you won't be chayav because it's Rab Shimon. So we could see even though that you can't slaughter it, because if you slaughter it you won't be chayav because it's shchita sheina ruya, you'll still be chayav on mechira, not like Rish Lakish. So the Gemara kasha, it's a kasha on Rish Lakish. Okay, we finish here and then we'll continue the next stuff because it's one long shakla v'tarya.